Hey everyone, Tom here, and welcome to another video on the channel. This one's a little bit different than normal. I don't know what the quality is going to be like, or the sound quality, but today I'm going to be showing you this. This is my first car. Now, I've travelled up the number plates so that you guys don't actually know what the number plate is, and I obviously do not drive with this on the car. But this is my 2009 Vauxhall Corsa. It is a SXI, which you can tell by this here. It's just got the standard sort of race pack, and I'm just going to talk to you about the car. So I've got the key here and I've covered up the back number plate too. And now when I got the car it didn't have any badges on it, so I haven't debadged it myself. I'm debating on taking this off, but I'm not 100% sure if I want to do that. The back lights are tinted as with that window and these windows on both sides. I'm going to try not to walk in the mirrors. I do have these little side mirror things, and I've just got the standard wheels. It does need a clean, I do know this. The wheels are dirty, but it is raining a little bit, so there is some damage on it. There is dents in the bonnet here, you can't really see that, but there's a dent there. There's a crack right here, you can see me, but I don't really care. There is scuffs on the wing mirrors, there's scratches down the side here, and I have Gorilla Glued the bumper on. And this side does not have much of a bumper at all, and there's some chips and stuff, but for my first car it does the job. Obviously it's very dirty with the cracks and stuff, and obviously it is raining, so I'm going to quickly go around the back and open it up, and I'm going to start it second. Let me just quickly get that door open and place you probably around here. Probably actually put you on something. I don't really have you to put. I don't have anything to put you guys on. Wait, there's some pots over here. I'll be back in just 1 second. I've got this little pot to put you on so you can see the exhaust. Like so. Now, I personally think this is modified. You guys let me know in the comments. Just put you on it somewhat straight. I don't want to like. I think that should do. Now, the reason why I think this is modified is because it sounds like it does. It is. So I'm going to start it, let it warm up, and give it a couple of revs. Now, I don't know if you can hear me over the exhaust, but if you go really close, you can hear that it is quite loud. So I'm going to let it warm up and give it a couple of revs. Now, I'm going to leave it running a sec, and I'm going to go over to the front and open up the bonnet. It's really dirty in here, so I won't be showing you much of the interior. But I've had some problems with this car. With this, you can just see the air. So I do have a black box, which is here, and the engine does sound a little bit ticky, like it ticks a bit. The coolant goes down, and may or may not have an oil leak. I'm actually going to turn it off. Let me just give you a nice little bit of that exhaust once again. Now, I actually think that is modified just a little bit. Maybe something's wrong with the catalytic converter or something like that. Just got to turn it off. The other thing I like about this car is when you get to the windows, you can hold down the unlock key, and the windows do go down, as you can see, and they are down now. So if we go to the engine, I can tell you what's actually happened to this while I've been owning it. This is more for me to remember this first car. So obviously I don't really know much about engines. I know this is the battery, that's where the coolant goes. Autofocus would be lovely, and I know that this is where your screen wash goes. That's your circuits for the computer of the car. That's obviously the battery, that's obviously the black box. Don't know what this is. There's obviously the engine and the block. That's the exhaust manifold. Obviously the radiator and fan is down here. And this is obviously the air filter box and stuff like that. I don't think I'll be modifying this car due to the fact it's my first car. I'm not sure you can even modify a car with a black box. And of course, I do have the brake fluid there. Yes, brake fluid. I don't know. This car does need an oil change, and I might be doing that myself. Now, I do have wind deflectors, which I personally think make the car look so much better, and so that we can actually get stuff. There is some problems with this car. This tyre is flat, which means I do need to pump that up. There's my makeshift tripod. I do think I'm going to take this off, and obviously the bumper's broken, and it may or may not be leaking oil. So I'm going to quickly go inside the car in the driver's seat. And obviously this is the 3-door version of the Corsa SXI. So behind the wheel, as you can see, is pretty self-explanatory. You got the wheel, and you got the dials, and you got all this. This one does not have air conditioning, although my friend did write AC on there for me. We have all the necessary stuff. I'm just going to turn this down because it's got some Post Malone in there right now. There you go, turn that off. Right, so this has got CD. We have an aux thing down here. This is a like a demister thing. I have a dash cam up here, and there's a leaf inside there, and some aux cables. I've got this thing for the window, because obviously I don't have air conditioning, so it doesn't cool off very well. I've got the steering wheel controls here, which is like change the channel and change what import and change track and stuff like that. Obviously the wiper sticks and the indicator. Now this car does do something really cool, which I'm going to show you now. So if you look here, you pull the indicator up, and it makes a beeping sound. So the indicator light comes on. So if I go back outside, which I think is really cool, let me wait for it to focus, the side light is now on. I don't know if you can see it because it's a bit light, but the side light is on, but the other one is not on. I'm actually going to show this actually. Just put right. Let me just so let's go back into the interior. Obviously it is the 3-door version of the car. So we've got like the fog lights and dials and stuff down here, just changing out where the lights are. You got all this stuff here. It doesn't have the modified display here, and it has a really tiny glove box, which I hate, but it does have storage underneath this seat, and of course back seats back there. It does also have quite a big boot for what the car is, and it is quite big. It's got my college stuff in there and a box full of oil and stuff. I recommend doing that. It does have a spare wheel, so these side lights on as well, because I have the indicator stalk turn like so. Just turn that off and shut the door. And let's go around the front and see the car again. Now, people mock Corsa, and I can get some really good angles of this car. If I get some images, I can throw some images in. But I personally think this car looks good here. This isn't my house, by the way, this is someone else's house. I'm just going out, and they said I could record a video. And I stole their paper and everything, so I didn't steal, they obviously gave it to me. But so people mock this car a lot. They say it's the car that people drive, and you know, everyone knows the stereotypes of the Corsa. I like the car. It drives smooth, the handling is really, really good, and for what it is, it's only a 1.2 SXI, of course, but for what I use it for, which is going to college and going to work, possibly going to work, I definitely go to work, it drives amazingly. The handling is one of the best, well, first car apparently, because I've driven quite a lot of first cars, because I was obviously looking to buy one. Let me just shut the windows because it's kind of raining. You can also shut the windows so we can key as well. But I personally love this car. It did have an engine fault. I was actually going to show you that, but in the engine there was a fault with the valve going into the engine, which ended up piercing into the cylinder through the piston, and then when the piston went to explode, which is how obviously the engine works, the valve went into the piston, stopped the piston from going up and down, and then the piston then exploded in the engine. So the car basically blew itself up, in theory. So yeah, and there's a bulge on some of the wheels and stuff like that. But that is literally the only main problem, and the fog lights broke as well. So yeah, that was like the only main problems with this car when I first got it. Obviously I can do a whole video of what I don't like and what I do like about this car. And yeah, I think that's going to do it for this video now. It's going to the end now, so I hope you guys did enjoy this little review of my car. I personally love this car. I've had it for over a year now. It'll be 2 years in November this year, which is 2019. But I am looking to replace this car and get something a little bit better, and obviously I will do a video on that too. But I wanted to get this one out for my first car, and yeah, hope you guys did enjoy. I personally love this car. It's the best car I've ever had, obviously because it's my first, but it's done me well. Might be getting rid of it, but there we go. Let me just get some stuff like this and stuff like that. Obviously there's a road over there, but you know, so hope you guys enjoy this one, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Here is Shelly, my first car. And it's Shelly because it did have an engine replaced, so the engine got ripped out, put back in again, which is why I call it Shelly. So I hope you guys did enjoy, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.
Look, see, I remember when I met you as a sophomore. Started out as friends, but I knew that we would want more. Hit your favorite restaurant with your favorite dress on. That's one of my favorite memories.